There's a fire inside you that's been trying to speak, but the noise around you keeps drowning it out. You wake up every day feeling like you're meant for something greater, yet somehow life keeps trying to convince you to settle. People tell you to be realistic, to slow down, to stop dreaming so big. But deep down, you know that if you listen to them, you'll bury the very thing that makes you alive. You can feel it, can't you? That hunger, that restlessness, that voice in your chest that whispers, "Something's, you're not done yet." That's not random. That's not weakness. That's your spirit calling you to rise. That's your reminder that you were never built to be average. You were built to break limits, to rewrite your own story, and to prove to yourself that you can become the person no one believed you could be. But here's the truth. Most people never make it there. Not because they can't, but because they give in to comfort, to fear, to distraction. They trade their fire for validation, their purpose for pleasure, and their focus for noise. They forget what it feels like to fight for something with everything they have. They stop challenging themselves because the world told them to take it easy. But the ones who truly rise, the ones who build something legendary, those are the ones who keep their fire alive even when everything around them tries to put it out. They don't need motivation every day. They've turned their pain, their setbacks, and their doubt into permanent fuel. This is not just about success. It's about mindset. It's about building an identity so powerful that no failure can define you and no obstacle can break you. Because life is not going to hand you what you deserve. It's going to test if you're willing to fight for it. Every dream comes with a price. Every victory demands sacrifice. You have to be willing to lose sleep, lose comfort, lose approval, and sometimes even lose people to gain your greatness. And most won't understand you. They'll call you obsessed, too intense, too focused. But that's the cost of being chosen. The world will never clap for you while you're building. But one day it'll have no choice but to respect what you've built. So before you give up, before you settle, before you say, maybe it's not for me, remind yourself why you started. Remind yourself of the nights you couldn't sleep because the vision was too loud. Remind yourself of the pain you felt when you knew you were made for more. That pain wasn't punishment. It was direction. It was life telling you, wake up. Lock in. Stop waiting for permission and go claim what's already yours. Because at the end of the day, the world doesn't owe you a thing, but you owe it to yourself to see what happens when you give everything you've got. This is your moment to wake up. This is your moment to take back your focus, your power, your purpose. Don't waste another second doubting who you are. The grind isn't punishment, it's preparation. The pain isn't suffering, it's shaping you. And when the world tries to silence you, let your discipline do the talking. This is your time. Stay locked in. Stay hungry. Be that force no one saw coming, because once you decide to rise, nothing and no one can stop you. Your mind is the control center of your reality. Everything you feel, everything you experience, and everything you achieve begins in that space between your ears. The way you think determines the way you move, the way you react, the way you handle pressure, and the way you rise after falling. You can't live a positive life with a negative mindset. It's impossible. You can't build a legacy on doubt, fear, and excuses. If your mind is full of limits, your life will reflect them. But the moment you shift your thinking, truly shift it, everything starts to move in a different direction. That's where power begins, not in your circumstances, but in your perception of them. Think about it. Two people can face the same storm, but one sees disaster while the other sees a chance to rebuild stronger. The difference is not in what happened, but in how they think about what happened. That's the power of perspective. Your thoughts are like commands sent to the universe, shaping the reality you walk in. If you constantly tell yourself you can't do something, your brain will find every reason to agree. But if you declare that you will, your mind starts looking for ways to make it happen. You train your brain through repetition, through self-talk, through the stories you tell yourself daily. That's why you can't afford to let negativity live rent-free in your head. It's like poison, slowly corroding your confidence, your passion, your purpose. You must learn to become the gatekeeper of your own thoughts. Not everything that enters your mind deserves to stay there. You have to fight for your mental space the same way you fight for your dreams. Every time a thought says, you're not enough, you counter it with, I'm more than capable. Every time your mind whispers, you can't handle this, you roar back, watch me. Because positivity isn't something that magically appears. Something you build one thought at a time. You choose it. You create it. You live it until it becomes who you are. The truth is, your external world mirrors your internal one. If your mind is cluttered with doubt, fear, and anger, your world will reflect that chaos. But if your thoughts are grounded in belief, gratitude, and vision, your environment starts aligning with that same energy. That's why some people succeed no matter what. They've mastered the battlefield within. They've learned to program their minds to see growth in pain, lessons in failure, and strength in struggle. They don't let emotions dictate their direction. They train their thoughts to lead them even when everything around them screams quit. The most dangerous thing isn't your circumstances. It's a mind that gives up before the fight even begins. Too many people are waiting for life to change before they think positively. But it's the other way around. You think positively first, and then your life starts to change. You don't wait to feel good to act. You act your way into feeling good. That's what separates those who keep growing from those who stay stuck. They understand that mindset is the foundation of every victory. You have to reprogram yourself for success. It's not about pretending everything's fine when it's not. It's about refusing to let negativity dictate the outcome. When life hits you hard, positivity doesn't mean smiling through pain. It means believing that pain has purpose. It means saying a storm is shaping me into someone stronger. It's understanding that every obstacle is a lesson in disguise, and that your mindset determines how much you learn from it. The power of the mind is beyond measure. What you focus on expands. If you focus on fear, it grows. If you focus on doubt, it multiplies. But if you focus on gratitude, belief, and determination, they start to dominate your thoughts. Your mind is a garden. Whatever seeds you plant will grow. You can plant weeds of negativity, or you can plant roots of greatness. The choice is yours every single day. You see, positivity is not weakness. It's strength under control. It's the ability to smile while bleeding, to move while hurting, to believe while waiting. It's not naive. It's powerful. Because anyone can complain, but it takes a warrior to stay calm and hopeful in the fire. The world doesn't reward negativity. It rewards those who can see light in the dark. That's why controlling your mindset is the greatest skill you can ever learn. The body follows where the mind leads. If your mind is broken, your grind will collapse. But if your mind is strong, you'll keep standing no matter how hard life tries to break you. You have to make a decision every single day to think like a winner. When you wake up, your mind will try to pull you into fear, doubt, or laziness. It will tell you to stay comfortable, to settle. But you must fight back. You must train your thoughts like an athlete trains his body. Build mental endurance. Push past the negative noise. Remind yourself who you are and what you're fighting for. Because when your mindset is locked in, no obstacle can hold you down for long. The right mindset doesn't remove the storm. It teaches you how to dance in the rain. And don't underestimate the power of what you tell yourself daily. Your self-talk creates your self-image, and your self-image drives your actions. If you tell yourself you're powerful, your brain will find ways to prove it. Tell yourself you're a failure, it will make that your reality too. So you need to start speaking life, not death, into your own future. Speak success, speak growth, speak abundance, because your words shape your world. When your mindset changes, everything changes. The people you attract, the opportunities you notice, the way you carry yourself, all of it starts shifting. That's why winners guard their minds more than anything else. They don't let gossip, drama, or negativity take space in their head. They protect their focus like gold because they understand that everything starts there. If you lose control of your thoughts, you lose control of your life. So take command of your mental space. Don't let fear or doubt define you. You are not your circumstances. You are your choices, your habits, your mindset. Your reality is a reflection of what you repeatedly think, and you hold the power to rewrite that script anytime you decide. Your life won't change overnight, but your mindset can. And once that happens, the world has no choice but to follow. Because when you truly understand that your mind is the control center of your reality, you stop waiting for motivation and start creating momentum. You stop hoping for change and start becoming the change. You stop seeing problems and start building solutions. That's how powerful your mindset is. It can turn pain into purpose, weakness into strength, and failure into fuel. All it takes is the decision to think differently, to see differently, to believe, to believe. Change the way you think and you'll change the way you live forever. When you talk about staying positive, you have to understand something. Life is not going to hand you easy days just because you think good thoughts. Positivity is not a protective shield against pain. It's the power to walk through pain without losing yourself. When life gets dark, when people betray you, when everything you work for starts to crumble, your mindset will be tested. That's when you find out if you truly believe in yourself or if you are just pretending. Anybody can smile when everything's going right, but real strength shows when nothing is working and you still refuse to give up. That's what it means to stay positive in the storm, to keep your faith alive when everything around you is falling apart. You see, adversity is not your enemy. It's your teacher. Every challenge that hits you is revealing something about your character. Pressure doesn't build weakness. It exposes it so you can replace it with strength. That's why you can't run away from pain or hard times. The very situations you wish you could avoid are the ones shaping you into who you're meant to be. Staying positive isn't about ignoring the storm. It's about learning how to navigate through it with purpose. It's about saying, this is tough, but I'm tougher. Because when you keep that mindset, pain doesn't break you. It builds you. There's something powerful that happens when you stop asking why me and start asking what is this trying to teach me? That's the shift that separates those who grow from those who give up. People who stay positive through difficulty don't do it because they're delusional. They do it because they've learned to see life through the lens of growth. They know that every test is preparation for the next level. Every failure is a lesson in disguise. Every disappointment is developing discipline. You can't evolve without struggle. Diamonds are created under pressure, not comfort. Gold is purified in fire, not peace. So why do you think greatness should come without pain? There's no such thing as a strong person who's had an easy life. Every powerful human being you admire has gone through a season of darkness. They've been betrayed, doubted, overlooked, and broken. But they didn't let that define them. They let it refine them. That's what staying positive in the storm looks like. It's not about pretending the rain isn't falling. It's about believing that the rain is watering the soil for something greater. It's about trusting that even though you can't see the sun right now, it's still there waiting to shine again. When you learn to hold on to that belief, life can't control you anymore. Circumstances lose their power over your peace. You start realizing that your attitude is the only thing you truly control. You can't control how people treat you, what opportunities come your way, or what kind of pain finds you, but you can control how you respond. You can choose to rise instead of fold. You can choose to learn instead of complain. You can choose to keep moving forward when everyone else would have stopped. That's real power. Choosing your mindset when you can't choose your situation. The truth is, life doesn't owe you easy. The world is not waiting to make sure you're okay. You're going to face rejection, loss, failure, and heartbreak. But none of those things have to define you. What defines you is how you stand after the fall. What defines you is whether you keep your spirit alive when everything tries to kill it. You've got to stop waiting for things to get better before you start being positive. You have to decide to be positive now, right in the middle of the storm. That's what separates the average from the extraordinary. It's easy to say, I'll be happy when I succeed, but that's not how success works. Success starts with being grateful, consistent, and positive even when you haven't made it yet. That's the mindset that attracts blessings, that draws opportunities. Because positivity is magnetic. It pulls the right energy toward you. When you complain, when you doubt, when you speak negativity, you repel everything good. When you choose faith, when you choose hope, when you keep your energy high, even in pain, the universe starts aligning things in your favor. You become unstoppable, not because you never fall, but because you never stop believing. Staying positive doesn't mean you'll never feel tired, angry, or sad. It means you acknowledge those feelings without letting them rule you. You can feel broken, but still be building. You can cry and still move forward. You can hurt and still grow. Strength doesn't mean pretending. It means persisting. It means telling yourself, yes, I'm tired, but I'm not done. That's what positivity truly is. It's not fake smiles, it's real courage. It's refusing to let darkness make you bitter. It's choosing to be better instead. Most people don't fail because they lack talent or opportunity. They fail because they let negativity drain their energy before the breakthrough came. They let frustration stop them right before success was about to show up. But if you stay positive, if you hold the vision, even when it's invisible, you keep your fire burning long enough to reach your destiny. That's what faith looks like in action. You can't just talk it, you have to live it. You have to look at the storm and say, you're not here to destroy me, you're here to prepare me. Every obstacle has a hidden opportunity. Every failure has a hidden blessing. The key is your perspective. If you can stay focused on what you can learn instead of what you've lost, you'll always come out stronger. That's the beauty of life. It's never really working against you, even when it feels like it. It's testing your belief, your consistency, your resilience. The storm doesn't last forever, but who you become because of it can last a lifetime. And here's the truth most people miss. Staying positive isn't about ignoring reality. It's about redefining it. It's about taking what life gives you and turning it into something powerful. It's about refusing to let pain make you a victim. Instead, you let it make you a warrior. Every time you choose positivity in pain, you strengthen your spirit. You teach your mind, no matter what happens, you will rise again. That's not weakness, that's mastery. When you truly adopt this mindset, life becomes different. You stop running from storms. You start walking through them with confidence. You stop fearing the unknown. You stop embracing it as growth. You stop asking for easier days. You start asking for stronger character. That's the level of positivity that creates legends. Because when your heart stays right, when your energy stays pure, when your faith stays unshaken, nothing in this world can stop you. So when life hits, when things fall apart, when the path gets dark, don't give up your positivity. That's your weapon. That's your power. That's your light. Hold it, protect it, feed it. Because the moment you let negativity take over, you hand your power away. But when you stay grounded, when you stay thankful, when you stay focused, you become unstoppable. You stop reacting to life and you start directing it. You become the storm, not the one running from it. The truth is, storms come to cleanse, not destroy. They remove what's weak, what's fake, what's not meant for you. So don't resist it. Learn from it, grow through it. Believe that everything happening is preparing you for something greater. That's what it means to stay positive in the storm, to see meaning in the madness, purpose in the pain, and strength in the struggle. When you master that, no storm can ever break you again. Being positive is not just about how you think. It's about how you live, how you move, and how you carry yourself every single day. It's not something you switch on when things feel good. It's something you become when everything feels wrong. To spread positivity in a negative world, you have to first become the proof that light can survive in darkness. You have to be the one who chooses peace when others choose chaos, the one who chooses hope when others choose hate, and the one who chooses love when others choose bitterness. Because real positivity is contagious. It's a silent revolution that starts with one person refusing to let the world make them cold. When you walk into a room full of negativity, you can feel the energy. People gossip, complain, and criticize because that's what most are taught to do. It's easier to complain than to create. It's easier to tear down than to build. But you're not like most people. You're here to stand out. You're here to bring light, not to join the darkness. When you speak life into people, when you choose encouragement over judgment, when you offer help instead of hate, you're not just changing someone's day, you're changing their direction. That's the power of a positive spirit. It doesn't shout. It transforms. But understand this, you can't pour positivity into others if you're running on empty yourself. You can't light up the world if your own fire is dying. You have to protect your energy like it's sacred, because it is. Every day, people and situations will try to drain you. They'll test your patience, your peace, and your principles. And if you're not grounded in your mindset, you'll get pulled into their storm. So before you spread positivity, you have to build it within yourself. You have to create a foundation so strong that no amount of negativity can shake it. That means waking up with gratitude, surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, and reminding yourself daily of your purpose. You can't fake this energy. Real positivity isn't loud. It's powerful in silence. It's the calm confidence that doesn't need validation. It's the peace that doesn't depend on the environment. It's the love that doesn't change based on who's watching. When you truly live with that kind of inner peace, people will feel it even when you don't say a word. Your presence will carry weight. That's what true influence is. It's not about how much you speak, it's about how much you inspire through your actions. To spread positivity in a negative world, you also have to understand compassion. Most of the negativity you see in others comes from pain they never heal from. People act bitter because they're hurting. They're angry because they feel unseen. They lash out because they've been let down. So when you choose to respond with understanding instead of judgment, you're breaking the cycle. You're giving them something the world rarely gives: grace. That doesn't mean you let people walk over you or disrespect your peace. It means you choose to rise above the hate without becoming part of it. That's strength. That's maturity. That's leadership. It's not easy, though. Staying positive in a negative world will make you look different. People might call you naive. They might say you don't understand how bad things are. But what they don't realize is that you're not ignoring reality. You're mastering it. You're taking control of your emotional response. You're deciding not to be a victim of circumstances. You're choosing to lead with light instead of reacting with darkness. That's the hardest thing to do in a world that profits off chaos. But it's also the most powerful thing you can do. You have to train yourself to see what others can. Where people see problems, you see possibilities. Where others see endings, you see beginnings. Where the world sees hopelessness, you see opportunity. That's how positive people think. They don't deny pain. They redefine it. They don't avoid challenges. They use them as fuel. They don't wait for things to get better. They become the reason things get better. And when you live with that level of energy, people will start to notice. They'll feel drawn to you because you represent something rare in today's world: hope. But to keep that hope alive, you have to discipline your mind. Every day your thoughts are under attack. Social media, news, negativity from people around you, it all tries to shape how you feel and what you believe. If you're not careful, you'll absorb it without even realizing it. And that's why you have to be intentional about what you feed your mind. Read things that inspire you. Listen to voices that build you. Watch content that uplifts you. Feed your spirit like you feed your body. Carefully, consciously, consistently. Because whatever you consume, you eventually become. When you start radiating positivity, don't be surprised that people misunderstand you. Not everyone is ready for light. Some people are so used to darkness that they'll question your glow. They'll test your peace because they want to see if it's real. But your job is not to convince them. It's to continue being the example. Over time, your consistency will do what your words can. It'll show them that happiness is a choice, that peace is possible, and that purpose is more powerful than pain. That's how change happens, not through arguments, but through example. There's something deeply powerful about being the one who chooses peace in a chaotic world. It's not weakness, it's mastery over self. Because anyone can fight fire with fire, but it takes real control to respond to hate with grace. It takes wisdom to stay calm when provoked. It takes vision to focus on the positive when everything looks negative. That's what being a light means. It's not just about optimism. It's about endurance. It's about being so rooted in your purpose that no storm can move you. And here's what you have to understand. Spreading positivity isn't just about helping others. It's about healing yourself. Every time you encourage someone else, you strengthen your own spirit. Every time you forgive, you free yourself from bitterness. Every time you choose kindness, you raise your vibration and attract peace. Life starts reflecting the energy you put out. You become a magnet for blessings because your energy matches abundance. You stop chasing happiness, and happiness starts finding you. So in a world full of noise, be calm. In a world full of hate, show love. In a world full of fear, live with faith. In a world full of doubt, be the example of belief. That's what spreading positivity really means. It's being the evidence that good still exists. It's being the reminder that darkness doesn't win unless you let it. And even when your light feels small, remember this: a single candle can light up an entire room of darkness. That's you. That's your impact. You may not change the whole world, but you can change the space you stand in. And when you do that long enough, you start inspiring others to do the same. That's how movements begin. That's how energy spreads. One person chooses to stay positive, and suddenly it becomes a chain reaction. One light becomes 10, then 100, then thousands. That's how you change the world, by changing yourself first. So don't underestimate your power. Your smile, your words, your energy, they matter. You don't have to be famous to make a difference. You just have to be authentic. You just have to be consistent. Every day you choose positivity, you're pushing back against the darkness. Every time you forgive when it's hard, you're healing something in the world. Every time you stay grateful when it's tough, you're rewriting the energy around you. That's real influence, not built on fame or money, but on spirit. So keep your heart clean, your energy high, and your faith unshaken. Refuse to let negativity take your power. When the world gets darker, shine brighter. When people get colder, love harder. When life gets harder, stand stronger. Because light doesn't ask permission to shine, it just does. And that's what you were born to do. Spread light, spread hope, spread positivity. Even if the world doesn't say thank you, do it anyway. Because one day, someone will look at their life and realize they made it through because of the light you refuse to hide. Listen to me carefully. Every single second you spend doubting yourself, you're feeding the very thing that's been holding you back. You've come too far to stop now. You've cried, you've struggled, you've been through seasons where no one believed in you, where no one showed up for you, and still you're here. You're still breathing, still fighting, still trying to become something more than what life told you to be. That alone makes you dangerous. That alone means you're not average, because average people quit when it gets hard. They fall when life stops clapping for them. But you were built to keep going. The applause stops when the motivation fades, when it's just you and your vision in the dark. The world isn't looking for more people who say they want it. It's looking for people who prove it. People who are willing to go all in when the odds are against them. People who understand that success is not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about showing up every single day, even when it hurts, even when you're tired, even when nobody notices. Because those quiet moments, the ones where it's just you against your excuses, that's where greatness is born. That's where strength is built. That's where the real transformation happens. You see, most people want success to feel good. They want it to be easy, to be quick, to be convenient. But the truth is, nothing beautiful ever grows without pressure. Diamonds aren't made in comfort. They're made under fire. And that's what you are right now. You're being shaped, tested, refined. Every failure, every setback, every moment's pain. It's not working against you, it's preparing you. It's building the version of you that's unstoppable, unbreakable, undeniable. So when life hits you again, and it will, don't ask, why me? Ask, what is this teaching me? Don't run from the storm. Walk through it, own it, let it strengthen you. Because every time you push through pain, every time you refuse to quit, you're becoming the person your past self prayed you'd be. You're becoming proof that persistence always beats talent and hard always beats luck. This is your moment to decide who you really are. Are you the person who talks about what you want, or are you the one who goes and gets it? Are you the one who dreams about success, or are you the one who bleeds for it? You've got everything you need inside you. You just have to stop waiting for the right time and start creating it. Stop looking for motivation and start moving with purpose. The grind owes you nothing, but it will give you everything if you're willing to give it your all. So take that pain. Take that doubt, take that fire that's been burning inside you and turn it into action. Don't wait for someone to believe in you. Believe in yourself so fiercely that they have no choice but to notice. Because once you lock in, once you commit, once you say, I'm not stopping until I get what I came for, that's when life opens doors you never thought existed. Stay focused, stay hungry, stay unbreakable. Your story isn't over, it's just getting started.